What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the AM, guys. Welcome back to 5 Minute Rants. I'm your host, Michael Abernathy, and this is the show predicated on the journey of life and business. And real quick, if you're new to the show, the whole point of this show is really to document the journey. And so I'm covering a lot of things from the past, but I'm also covering things that are current or future based. And so this is really just to document the journey, and hopefully everyone else will gain something from this, because I wish that there was something like this when we first started business to really document the growth and changes within a business, within a company, and in general. So anyways, I'm going to get out of this real quick. I'm going to jump into today's topic, and I want to talk about language and how language is super important. So before, I've talked about how pizza's not pizza and how definitions are super important, right? And the definitions of language are super important, like that we have the same definitions, we have understanding, because oftentimes we'll use the same word and mean two radically different things. And then before you know it, we're both in a different book, in a different chapter. And the point of all this is because language creates speed. So if you're looking to better your team, if you're looking to change your culture and improve your culture, one of the biggest things to do is to change your language. So in anthropology, it has been proven that culture and society is shaped with what language people speak. Think about that. The language that you speak, whether it's Japanese, whether it's Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, Russian, whatever it is, English, that the way that you speak and the language you speak shapes how you think, which then shapes how you act, and then shapes the culture in the society you live in. Now, if you take that and now translate it to whatever you're trying to build, the language is actually going to shape the team and the culture with where you're at. It's going to shape the team and the culture with the company. It's going to shape the business, right, within the company. And then as a result, because the culture is now shaped by the language that is being used, speed is now created. Language ultimately creates speed. It creates speed within a team to get on the same page faster. It creates unity within a team to understand and be unified within the goal. It allows for critique to flow more easily and quickly. It allows for so many things to facilitate so much within the team. Language is very core, and it is very much a core piece to all teamwork and all production. It's oftentimes, though, the most overlooked thing within a company. Like, one of our big deals within the company is to focus on language. With any company that we're involved in, is focus on language for the team, right? It's so important to focus on language, and not just like, hey, here's our 5 principles. It's like, no, how we talk, right? To help actually unify the team, create speed, create forward momentum in production. And it's so important for the team, right? If you think about it, language is very tribal, right? You have different language and unique language that you use with each of your friend groups. Everywhere you go, if it's in a different friend group, oh, this friend group, they act like this. And so, it's called code switching, to where you code switch to that friend group. Let me talk like that. Let me talk like this. And everybody does this naturally. And then you go there and you speak and use different words and different languages, right? Like, hey, I'm going to talk differently than I talk at home. I'm going to talk differently than I talk at home. True. But I meant talk at work differently than I talk at home. I want to discuss things with my colleagues differently. I'll talk differently to my high school friends than I will new friends, vice versa, and so on and so forth. All of that's language. And if you have unifying tribal language within the company, everything's going to change. The culture changes. The way people think changes. The creativity is different. The production's different. And if you notice, a lot of toxic work cultures, like places that I've worked at that have been toxic, the language aligns with the toxicity, right? And so if you think about that, it's so interesting to see how the language promotes that, facilitates that, or it promotes healthy workplace balance. It promotes healthy relationships. It promotes healthy personalities and decision-making, or vice versa. And I'm saying all this because oftentimes our biggest problem in leadership or dealing with a team is we have bad language and we don't know what to do about it. And one, we don't even know that we have bad language. It's just normal. Because here's the other thing is, as people, we get desensitized. We're super adaptable, and we get desensitized to things that are around us. You think about how well you can adapt to stuff as a person and as an individual. It's the same thing to bad language. And so it takes some effort to recognize, and then it takes effort to actually plan what the language needs to be. And then how do you actually utilize that? Anyways, guys, I'm out of time, so I'll catch you later. Peace.